I was only a teenager back then. That night, the house felt like a battlefield. My parents and I had a terrible argument. Shouting, anger, words that cut deeper than knives. My chest burned with rage and humiliation. I couldn't breathe inside those four walls anymore. So I did what foolish teenagers often do. I walked out of the house, into the darkness. The air outside was cold and heavy, as if the night itself was watching me. Streetlights flickered like dying stars. I walked aimlessly until I reached a small pond a little distance away from our neighborhood. The water was still, black like oil, reflecting nothing but shadows. I sat down near the edge, hugging my knees, trying to calm my storming mind. That's when I heard it. Dogs. Our neighborhood dogs suddenly started barking, not normal barking, but sharp, panic screams that pierced the silence. One by one, their voices joined together, echoing through the empty streets like a warning siren. At first, I ignored them. These dogs bark at everything, I told myself. They know me, they won't hurt me. But something was wrong. Their barking wasn't angry, it was terrified. The sound made my skin crawl. The hair on my arm slowly stood up. I looked around, trying to see what had frightened them. But the road was empty, only darkness and silence between their screams. Their noise kept getting louder, closer, more desperate. A strange uneasiness settled inside my chest. Finally, unable to bear it anymore, I decided to go back home. As I started walking, the dogs began following me from a distance, barking non-stop, maintaining a fixed gap, as if they were chasing something behind me, not me. Every step I took felt heavier than the last. My heart started beating faster for no reason. The sound of their barking followed me like invisible footsteps. When I reached near my house, I quietly looked through the window. The lights were still on. My parents were awake. A bitter feeling twisted inside me again. The memory of the argument burned fresh in my mind. My pride refused to let me go inside. Not yet. Instead of entering, I slowly slipped behind the house and sat down silently near the back area. Behind our home stretched a dense bamboo jungle, tall stalks swaying slightly in the night breeze, creating whispering sounds like hidden voices. Even during daytime, I never dared to go there alone. At night, it felt alive. The dogs barking slowly faded into the distance, and suddenly, everything became eerily quiet. Too quiet. I hugged myself tightly, trying to shake off the strange fear crawling through my veins. The air felt thick, heavy, suffocating, like something unseen was slowly closing in around me. I had no idea that this silence was only the beginning, that something had already noticed me, watching, waiting. The silence around me felt unnatural, not the peaceful kind of silence, but the kind that presses against your ears until you can hear your own heartbeat screaming inside your skull. The bamboo leaves behind the house barely moved, yet I could swear I heard faint rustling, like slow breathing hidden inside the shadows. I tried to convince myself it was only the wind. Still, my eyes kept drifting toward the jungle. The darkness between the bamboo stalks looked thicker than the night sky itself, like a wall made of shadows. Every few seconds, the leaves softly brushed against each other, producing a dry whispering sound. Shh, shh, shh. It sounded almost like someone was calling my name. My throat went dry. I swallowed hard and looked away, forcing my gaze toward the empty backyard. My mind replayed the argument with my parents, the anger, the humiliation, the words I wished I could take back. My emotions tangled inside me like a storm, keeping me distracted, vulnerable. Suddenly, a sharp sound cut through the silence. Tack! Something struck the ground near my feet. I froze. My heart jumped into my throat as I slowly looked down. A small brick lay there, fresh dust scattered around it. For a moment, my brain refused to accept what my eyes were seeing. A brick? From where? My breathing became shallow. I slowly lifted my head and stared toward the bamboo jungle. Nothing. Just darkness. Just shadows. I waited. 10 seconds felt like 10 years. Then tack. Another brick flew out of the darkness and hit the ground a little closer this time. My pulse exploded. My entire body went cold, as if someone had poured ice water into my veins. There was no house behind me. No human could throw bricks from that direction. My hands trembled. Hello? I whispered weakly, my voice barely leaving my lips. No answer, only the bamboo leaves swaying softly, mockingly. That's when I noticed it. Something was moving between the stalks. Not fast, not slow, smooth, like a shadow sliding over shadow. At first, it looked like a trick of my eyes, a darker patch inside the darkness. But then it shifted again, clearer this time. A shape, tall, thin, twisted. It didn't walk, it glided. My heartbeat thundered in my ears. My instinct screamed at me to run, to scream, to escape. But my legs refused to move. It felt like my muscles were no longer listening to my brain. The shadow slowly leaned forward, and then, I saw the eye. Only one, a single glowing eye burning inside the blackness. Bright, sharp, yellowish red, like a predator's eye glowing in headlights. It stared straight at me, unblinking, hungry. My breath caught in my chest, my mouth opened, but no scream came out. The world around me felt unreal, distant, as if I had slipped into someone else's nightmare. Strangely, I wasn't running. I wasn't even afraid the way a human should be. My fear felt muted, drowned, suppressed by something deeper, heavier, like invisible chains tightening around my mind. The eye flickered slightly. A strange pull stirred inside my chest. A silent invitation. My body leaned forward without my permission. One step, then another. My feet started moving toward the bamboo jungle. My brain shouted no, but my legs kept walking. The closer I got, the colder the air became. The smell of damp soil and rotten leaves filled my lungs. The darkness thickened until it almost felt solid. The glowing eye slowly retreated deeper into the shadows, leading me, guiding me. I didn't realize it then, but I was already crossing a boundary that humans were never meant to cross. And something on the other side was waiting for me. The moment I stepped inside the bamboo jungle, the world behind me disappeared. The faint light from the house vanished, as if someone had blown out a candle. The sounds of the neighborhood, distant voices, insects, even the wind melted into nothingness. All that remained was darkness. Thick, suffocating darkness. The bamboo stalks towered over me like tall, crooked skeletons. Their shadows tangled together, creating strange moving shapes on the ground. Every step I took crushed dry leaves beneath my feet, yet the sound felt muffled, swallowed by the air itself. My breathing grew heavier. The glowing eye floated ahead of me, deeper in the jungle, like a cursed star guiding a lost soul. It didn't blink. It didn't move like a living creature. It waited. I wanted to stop. I tried to stop, but my body refused to obey me. My arms hung stiff beside me. My legs moved mechanically, like someone else was operating them from a distance. My heartbeat felt slow and distant, as if it no longer belonged to me. "This isn't real," I whispered, trying to convince myself. "I'm dreaming. I have to be dreaming." But the cold air biting into my skin felt too real. The smell of damp earth filled my nose. The sharp bamboo edges brushed against my arms, leaving faint scratches. Pain, real pain. The shadow ahead slowly began to take shape. Not a human, not an animal. Its body looked like a tall mass of liquid darkness, constantly shifting, melting, reforming. No clear face, no mouth, only that single burning eye hovering in the center of its head. The eye narrowed slightly. I felt it digging into my mind. Memories flashed inside my head. My childhood, my fears, my anger, the argument with my parents, as if someone was flipping through my soul like the pages of a book. A pressure squeezed my skull. My vision blurred. A strange numbness crawled through my limbs. I wanted to scream, but my throat felt locked. The shadow drifted closer. The temperature dropped instantly, my breath turning into pale mist. My skin prickled with goosebumps, as if thousands of invisible fingers were touching me at once. Suddenly, something invisible wrapped around my neck. Tight, cold, heavy. I gasped for air as my feet slightly lifted off the ground. My hands shot up, clawing at empty space, but there was nothing to grab. The pressure tightened. My vision darkened around the edges. A sharp ringing filled my ears. I could feel my heartbeat slowing, struggling, fading. In my blurred vision, the glowing eye moved closer to my face, so close that its light burned into my vision. Inside that eye, I saw something impossible, a reflection of myself, but distorted, twisted. My face looked empty, hollow, lifeless, as if my soul was already being peeled away. A cold voice echoed inside my head, not spoken aloud, but injected directly into my thoughts. You came on your own. Now, you belong to me. Terror finally exploded inside me. I tried to scream. I tried to fight. I tried to pray, but my body no longer belonged to me. The invisible grip suddenly yanked me backward violently. My head slammed into something hard. A burst of white light exploded behind my eyes. Pain, then nothing. Absolute darkness. Silence swallowed me whole. My consciousness slipped away like a candle drowning in black water. Darkness. Not the gentle darkness of sleep, but a thick, endless void, where time had no meaning. I didn't know if my eyes were open or closed. I didn't know if I was breathing. My body felt distant, like it no longer belonged to me. I floated somewhere between existence and nothingness. Then, a sound, far away at first, muffled, broken, echoing. Voices. Human voices. Where did he go? Search near the bamboo. He was walking this way. Their words reached me like whispers through deep water. I wanted to answer. I wanted to scream. I wanted to tell them I was here, but I had no mouth, no lungs, no body, only awareness. Suddenly, another voice pushed through the human sounds. Soft, cold, female, but raw. It didn't come from outside. It came from inside me. Quiet. The words slithered through my mind like a living thing. A crushing pressure wrapped around my chest. My thoughts slowed, tangled, distorted. The darkness around me rippled like thick smoke. I felt something moving inside my body. Not my heart, not my breath. Something else. Something, like a foreign presence invading a house that didn't belong to it. My fingers twitched slightly, but the movement didn't feel like mine. It felt borrowed, like someone testing a new body. The female voice whispered again, closer now. This body is weak, but it will serve. Suddenly, images exploded inside my mind. My own hands, lifting slowly. My own legs, walking stiffly toward the jungle. My own mouth, smiling in a way I had never smiled before. I was watching myself, from inside, trapped, a prisoner inside my own flesh. Panic flooded my thoughts. I tried to push. I tried to fight. I tried to move even a finger. Nothing. My body no longer obeyed me. The human voices grew louder now. Flashlights flickered through the bamboo. Footsteps. Crushed leaves. Someone shouted my name. My heart, or whatever remained of it, surged with hope. They're close. They're coming. But the female presence inside me tightened its grip. A wave of cold rage rushed through my nerves. My jaw slowly opened, and a voice came out. Not mine. High-pitched, sharp, filled with hatred. Don't touch me. Let me go to the jungle. I will kill you all. I could hear my own voice threatening them, but it sounded twisted, unnatural. A broken recording played backward. Inside, I was screaming. Outside, my body was smiling. Hands grabbed my arms. Strong hands. Many hands. They tried to hold me down. My body fought violently, fueled by unnatural strength. I felt bones straining, muscles burning, yet I couldn't stop any of it. The female presence laughed inside my skull. A soft, cruel laugh. They can't hear you. You are already mine. Fear unlike anything I had ever known consumed me. Not fear of death. Fear of losing myself forever. Slowly, the darkness thickened again. The voices faded. The struggle blurred. My awareness sank deeper, like drowning under black water. The last thing I felt was something tightening around my soul, like invisible chains locking me in place. And then silence. Cold air slapped against my face. Rough hands held my arms and shoulders tightly. My body felt heavy, stiff, unfamiliar. My eyes slowly opened, but the world looked blurred and tilted, like I was seeing reality through dirty glass. Lights, flashlights, shadows of frightened faces moving around me. I could hear people shouting, calling my name, arguing with each other. He's not normal. Hold him properly. Why is he speaking like that? Their voices sounded distant, stretched, unreal. Inside me, something twisted. The female presence was still there, awake, watching, waiting. My lips curved upward against my will, a smile I did not choose. My mouth opened, and that same unnatural voice poured out again. Leave me, don't touch me. If you come closer, I will tear your throats open. I could feel the vibration of the sound in my chest, but the words didn't belong to me. They tasted poisonous, foreign, like venom sliding off my tongue. My body jerked violently, trying to break free from their grip. The strength flowing through my muscles wasn't human. Men twice my size struggled to hold me down. My fingernails dug into someone's arm, drawing blood. Inside my head, I was crying, please, stop, I don't want this. But no sound escaped my real self. I saw my mother's face among the crowd, pale, trembling. Her eyes were wide with terror and tears. She kept calling my name, her voice breaking. The sight of her almost shattered me. For a moment, the darkness inside me flickered. The female presence hissed sharply, like an angry snake. She interferes. She weakens the hold. A wave of rage surged through my veins. My body lunged forward, snapping at the air like a wild animal. People screamed and pulled back in panic. Someone shouted, "Bring the huger, now!" Hands tightened around me again. Slowly, painfully, they dragged me out of the jungle and toward the house. My legs resisted, shaking violently, trying to turn back toward the bamboo, toward the darkness, toward her. Every step felt like a battle between two wills inside one body, mine and hers. The house lights burned my eyes as they carried me inside. The familiar walls felt strange, distant, like I was entering a place I no longer belonged to. They laid me down on the floor. My chest rose and fell rapidly. Sweat soaked my clothes. My fingers twitched uncontrollably. My mouth opened again. You cannot save him. The female voice whispered through my lips, calmer now, confident. He belongs to the forest. A chill ran through everyone in the room. My mother broke down crying. Some people stepped back, whispering prayers under their breath. Fear filled the room like thick smoke. Minutes later, an elderly huger arrived. His presence felt different, heavy, grounded, real. The moment he stepped inside the room, the air shifted slightly, like pressure before a storm. He looked straight at me, or rather, at whatever was inside me. His eyes narrowed. "This is not the boy speaking," he said quietly. "Something else is riding him." The female presence inside me reacted instantly. A violent tremor shook my body. My teeth clenched so hard my jaw ached. Inside my mind, her voice screamed with rage. "He is mine." The room filled with tension so thick, it felt like the air might crack. A battle was about to begin. Not of fists, not of weapons, but of faith, will, and unseen forces. And I was trapped right in the middle. The room felt suffocating. Every window was shut. Every light burned dim and weak, as if afraid of what was about to happen. The air smelled of sweat, fear, and burning incense. People stood close to the walls, whispering prayers, afraid to come any closer to me. I lay on the floor, my body trembling uncontrollably. Inside my head, the female presence coiled tighter around my thoughts, like a snake preparing to strike. The huger sat beside me calmly, too calmly. His lips moved silently at first, reciting verses under his breath. The sound vibrated through the room in a strange way, not loud, but powerful. The words felt heavy in the air, like invisible weight pressing down on everything. My chest tightened. The thing inside me reacted instantly. My back arched violently. A sharp scream tore out of my throat, high-pitched, furious, inhuman. "Stop!" the female voice shrieked through my mouth. "You cannot touch me." The huger didn't stop. He raised his voice slightly, the verses flowing faster, stronger. The room seemed to pulse with every word. I felt heat rushing through my veins, clashing against the icy grip inside me. Inside my mind, chaos exploded. Darkness cracked open like broken glass. Images flashed rapidly. Twisted trees, endless black soil, glowing eyes watching from every direction, shadows crawling across the ground. And her. I finally saw her clearly. A tall female figure made of moving black smoke. Long tangled hair floating around her face like living shadows. Her single glowing eye burned with hatred and hunger. She stared directly at me. "You were easy," she hissed. "Angry, alone, weak, perfect for the taking." Her words cut deeper than any blade. I realized the truth then. The moment I walked out of my house in rage. The moment I sat near the jungle in emotional darkness. I had opened a door, and she had walked in. The pressure around my soul intensified. It felt like invisible claws were tearing at my identity, trying to rip me away from my own body. I screamed inside my mind, "No, this is my body, my life. You cannot have me." The Huger's voice grew louder, steadier, like a hammer striking stone. Sweat poured down his face, but his eyes remained focused, unshaken. The female entity shrieked in rage. My body slammed against the floor violently. My limbs jerked uncontrollably. People backed away in terror. The room temperature dropped suddenly. The lights flickered. For a terrifying moment, it felt like the darkness was winning. Then a sharp, piercing sound filled my head like something tearing apart. The grip around my soul loosened. The shadow inside me screamed one final time, a sound filled with hatred, pain, and fury. "I will return." A violent wave rushed through my chest. And then, silence. My body collapsed completely. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. But for the first time since that night, my mind was quiet, empty, free. I slowly opened my eyes. The room looked brighter, warmer, real. The Huger leaned back, exhausted, breathing heavily. My mother rushed to my side, crying uncontrollably, holding my face in her hands. "You're back," she whispered. "You're really back." Later that morning, as the sun rose, the Huger explained everything. A malicious female Jinn had noticed me when I left the house in anger and emotional weakness. She had planned to kill me that very night by dragging me deep into the jungle, where no one would ever find me. She had possessed me temporarily, using my body to return to her territory. If my mother hadn't seen me walking toward the jungle, if the neighbors hadn't searched, if the Huger hadn't arrived in time, I would not be alive today. Maybe my body would have been found days later, or maybe never found at all. Even now, years later, sometimes when the night grows to silent, when the wind moves through trees in a certain way, I remember that glowing eye, watching, waiting, and I remind myself, darkness doesn't always come from outside. Sometimes, it waits inside our anger, our loneliness, our weakest moments. And all it needs is an open door. Did you enjoy the story? Let us know in the comments. And if you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Horror Dream. Want more stories like this? Subscribe to The Horror Dream, and we'll bring you more darkness, just for you. If you enjoy a little chill down your spine, stick around, like, share, and hit that subscribe button, right here on The Horror Dream. Your support keeps us going, so stay with us. Subscribe to The Horror Dream for more spine-tingling tales.